My dear friends, let me begin with a small story. On a man set an alarm to wake up at PM every morning. Questions, but he have a very special talent. When the alarm rang, instead of waking up, he would say, "Posnose is God's greatest gift to mankind." Questions, and with that gift, he would go back to sleep again and again. On a day, his friend asked him, "Pobrose questions, why don't you ever wake up?" He replied, "Pomidea I always wake up. You don't get up." I friends, questions, many of us are awake in life not truly awake. We exist but we don't live. We brace but we don't fail. We move, questions, progress. Today I want to tell you something very simple, questions. If you can wake up, you can hang everything in your life, mind, body. Sa jonka life dost hang de jaar hanges, questions. Life hanges when you hang. You see, everyone revolution, but nobody wants to wake up early. Everyone wants transformation, but nobody wants the inconvenience of growth. When I say wake up, I don't just mean from your bed. I mean, wake up from laziness, wake up from excuses, wake up from fear, wake up from negativity, wake up from living a set on hand life. And when you do questions, so megits all happen, heals hanges, your relationships hang, your career hanges, your inner peace hanges, slowly your entire life hanges. Que illustration, imagine a room in complete darkness. You can create complain, questions, or think about the darkness, but nothing will hang. The moment someone is feet has on the light, everything hangs instantly. Questions, that feet is your awareness, that light is your decision. That moment is your wake-up call. Gaur Gopal das stille humor. Questions. Some people say, "I will wake up when life, but some asher." It's like saying, "I will start swimming once the water goes away." Questions. Life is not supposed to be easy. It is supposed to wake us up. Call to action. I want to on of you to ask yourself, of how am I still sleeping on a dream I keep postponing? A relationship I keep ignoring, a habit I need to break, a calling I need to answer. Wake up, my friends, but also if you don't wake up enough, you might regret it later. Questions, and regret is the alarm that never stops ringing. Closing story, there was once a traveler lost in the desert. He saw a board that said, "På water ahead, just wake up and walk." He thought it was too much effort, so he sat down and complained. But Tosef ho valket found water, Tosef ho slept stay thirsty. Life is like that. Opportunities are waiting, blessings are waiting, success is waiting, but they are all just ahead if only wake up and move. Finally impactful. Welke questions and hang everything, but also when you hang everything hangs. So generence thank you. Questions. Wake up from snoozing through life, don't just wake up, get up, have you ever noticed how fast it is to fit that snooze button? Questions. The alarm rings and in less than a second without even opening or eyes fully, or hand automatically goes searching for that magical button. Snooze li comfort, snooze feels like safety, snooze tells us questions. And don't worry, you can delay life for another 10 minutes. But my friends, let me tell you something. Questions. Snooze does just exist on your alarm clock, it exists in our lives. Think about it. How many times have you said, billions, start exercising tomorrow, and tomorrow never came? How many times have you said, "Will apologize when the time is right"? Questions. And that time never arrived. How many times have you told yourself, "Pursue my passion" when things settle down? Questions. And years later, they still unsettled. That, my friends, is snoozing through life. We are awake, but we are not up. We are conscious, but not active. We are living, but not alive. I once met a gentleman who had been talking about reading a book for 10 years. Every time someone asked him about it, he would say, yes, I'm working on it. But he had not written a single page. On a day, he told me questions. I don't know here the last 10 years went. And I talked to myself that is what happens when keep snoozing your dreams. Questions. You might not even notice, but time does snooze. Time keeps running. And if we keep postponing, we end up losing. Friends, waking up is not just about opening your eyes. It's about opening your life. The biggest tragedy is not that people died, that people stop living long before they die. They go through the motions at sleep. Questions. Vok repea but there is no excitement, no energy, no spark. It's like a bank in a beautiful car but never turning on the engine. Post questions. Honking at others, admiring the steering wheel but you never drive. What's the point? Let's take an example from daily life. Imagine you bought the latest smartphone. It has incredible features, amazing apps, best schemes. But you never harge, never use it, never explore it. You just leave it linked there. Will you get any benefit from it? No. In the same way, life has given you 10 talents, opportunities, questions. But you keep them unused if you keep snoozing, never experience their power. Some amazing is disguised as comfort. Questions. Il just stay in this yet pays the bills. E poi il just stay in this relationship, it's not great, but it's not terrible. Questions. Il just stay in this routine, it's boring, but at last it's safe. I comfort zones are beautiful prisons. They feel like safety, but they keep us from growing. And the longer you use there, the harder it becomes to wake up. Let me ask you, when was the last time you did something for the first time? When was the last time you allowed yourself to grow, to learn, to explore? If the answer is we don't remember, then my belief is on snooze mode. But here is the good news. Just like your alarm clock, you can choose to stop snoozing. You can decide to get up. Questions. You can decide that today is the day you make a hang. You don't need to wait for New Year's Day, your birthday. Questions. Or some magical sign from the universe. Every morning you wake up is a brand new chance to live differently. Take the example of exercise. Every person knows they should do it. Every person says they will. But when the alarm rings at 6 a.m. Questions. The blanket falls on the treadmill. And so snooze wins. But the truth is, the 10 minutes of yoga in snoozing takes away 10 years of hair in the long run. The question is that to figure to pay for a little extra sleep or consider relationships. You know you should call your parents questions or your spouse to express love, to say thank you, to clear a misunderstanding. But you say, I'll do it later. Questions. I later of tomorrow becomes next week, and on a day it becomes never. And then regret is the only thing left. Remember, questions. Snoozing in relationships makes distances wieder and hearts shoulder. My friends, snoozing is fate, but waking up is powerful. Snoozing delays life, but waking up hangs life. Snoozing gives you comfort, but waking up gives you purpose. And fat is live without purpose, just existence, just survival. But we are not here just to survive, are here to live fully, love deeply, give generously, and grow constantly. So the message is clear, don't just wake up, get up. Questions. When the alarm of opportunity rings, don't snooze it. When the call of responsibility rings, don't snooze it. When your inner voice tells you to do something meaningful, don't snooze on it. Move on it. Rise on it. Sions, because here is the secret. Success doesn't belong to the talented, it belongs to the awake. Happiness doesn't belong to the rich. Questions. It belongs to the awake. Fulfillment doesn't belong to the ludzki, it belongs to the awake. My dear friends, life is too short to keep fitting snooze. The alarm is ringing. The time is enough. Don't just wake up, get up, and hang everything. Questions. Hang those come VCRs, it come with decisions, have you noticed how people excited when the calendar hangs. Post questions. The 1st January arrives, and suddenly everyone is full of resolutions. This year il losse weigt, E potisier questions il reat more. I potisier il save money. E an de gims are patsket, de bookstores are full questions. An planner sell au like hotsakes. But what happens after a 5 weeks? De 3.000 betsomes a closes hunger. Tion, de bos gasser dust, and the planner is lost in some draver. Questions. Bețau se pe o pletoug de hange of a iar vol bringring de hange of life. But life doest hange vis years. Questions. Life hanges vis decisions. It's almost fun hov believe that time itself has magical powers. As if the clock striking midnight on December 31 suddenly to into better human beings. But friends, the truth is simple. Time dost west hange yo. Yo hoitzes dos. If you want to hang your life, you don't need a new year, you need a new decision. Questions. Take it simple the life example. Suppose you have a messy room, clothes on the floor, box, chatteret every here. Questions. Empty bless lurund, you look at it and say, from next Monday, you will clean everything. I Monday comes and goes, nothing happens. Then you say, from the first of next month, you'll do it. I the month begins and ends, and still nothing happens. Questions. Bețau say it's not the calendar takes you Rome clean it's the decision to stand up and clean it right now. You see. Questions. Postponing doest solve problems deciding does. I on se here a young man say, povheni turn 30, il get serious about life. Questions. I ask him, povh 30. What's so magical about that number? Helaugen side, we don't know, just fails like a milestone. A good thing about it is viscontive for habits, procrastination and bad decisions. Questions. Do you think turning 30 will transform him? Of course the not. Age will hange but not live. Questions. Bețau se it's not that transforms you, it's the hoitzes you make. Let me give you another example here. Questions. Everone knov stay should add better and exercise, but many people say, will start on Monday. Questions. Or will start after this festival. Or will start next year fresh. And 10 years pass. Their body gets weak, their energy drops, and they wonder what went wrong. What went wrong was simple. They were waiting for time to hang them, but time only made them older. The body hangs anyway, but grows comes always decisions. The same applies to relationships. If there is conflict with someone you love, do you think the problem will resolve used bețau weeks or months pass by? In fact, the longer you wait, the harder it gets. Time doest heal everything decisions do. The decision to forgive, the decision to communicate, the decision to let go of egotose are the things that bring healing. Think about water in a pot on the stove. You can keep the flame low for hours, and it will remain lukewarm. But the moment you decide to turn up the heat, it boils. Life is the same. You can wait for time. But until you increase the intensity of your decisions, nothing really hangs. And let me share this, sometime, the think big decisions are the only honest that matter. But even small, daily decisions can transform your life. The decision to wake up 30 minutes earlier and meditate. The decision to smile more and complain less. The decision to read 40 minutes instead of strolling endlessly. These small decisions compound into big results over time. Knov some people say questions. But what if you make the wrong decision, my friends? Let me tell you, an imperfect decision is better than perfect inaction. Even if you make a mistake, you will learn. But if you keep waiting for the perfect time, a life will pass you by. Questions. It's like sitting in a parked car, waiting for all the traffic lights in the city to turn green before you start driving. That will never happen. You start driving and you deal with the signals as they come. In the same way, start moving. Questions. And clarity will come along the way. One of the most powerful things I've observed is this. Successful people are not necessarily more talented than others, but they are decisive. They don't wait endlessly. Questions. They don't postpone growths. They don't wait for the year or the right moment. Et tei make decisions ant atst on tem, antat action creates momentum, ant momentum creates results. Let me share a practical story, tions. A young woman once told me she always wanted to learn singing, but she felt she was too old to start. I asked her, how old are you? She said, 40. I said, if you don't decide enough, in 10 years you'll be 50. The difference is you can be 50 with regret, or 50 with a skill you always wanted. The years will pass anyway, questions, but your decision will decide if those years mean to you. So my friends, don't wait for the next year, the next month, or the next Monday. Don't wait for life to get ashe. Don't for the conditions to be perfect. Make a decision now. And that's it. Becau se life is not hanged by the passaga of time, it's hanged by the zouraga of hoice. Remember these questions, decisions carve destiny, not calendars dies, not New Year's Eve, but hoices made in the present moment, pions, and when you decide to hang, everything begins to hang with you. Questions. Vaque ufronazines and excuses are soft pillows that keep us asleep. Lazines is a very interesting thing. It never arrives with a lot and cement. It tiptoes into our lives gently and makes itself comfortable. And once it enters questions, it brings its closest friend along excuses. Together they become the dangerous duo in our lives. Lazines whispers, questions. Poi can do it later, and excuses at, poi deserve some rest nof. And before you knof, it dies me weeks. Weeks become months, questions. And dreams remain only dreams. Think of this. Have you ever told yourself, we'll start tomorrow? It's all be exercise, a project, questions, learning a new skill, or even having an important conversation. Tomorrow sounds so magical, does it? It's full of promises, but when tomorrow comes, it looks very suspiciously like today. And so you push it again. Questions. Tomorrow become the most crowded day of the week, because everything is scheduled for tomorrow. Excuses are like soft pillows. They feel comfortable at first, but the longer you lay on them, the more difficult it becomes to reset. Them to tired questions. I don't have enough time. If they don't have the right resources, ispoil stat hen I fel leade tions. Itese sentences are not reasons, they are excuses dressed to pass reasons. And if you keep zuddling them, life passes you befile you stay asleep. Let me share a daily life example. Imagine a student for has exams approaching. Questions. He tells himself poil study later right now I use net a small break. Etat pa small breaki becomes an hour on the phone, 2 hours on Netflix, and by the time he finally sits down, the energy and motivation are gone. When the results come, questions. He blame the subjects, the teacher, the system, everything except his laziness and excuses. Instead of hat money off, us doing life, we blame circumstances when the real enemy is within us. Ionse mer a young man fro always wanted to start a bushines. Questions every time is of him, he had a new excuse, but the economy is not right. Or I don't have enough capital. Questions. I will start when I get a partner. I will begin after marriage. Excuse after excuse, year after year. On a day he admitted. Questions. Eu knof had, I think I was just lazy. Making excuses was asher than making effort. And that's the truth, excuses are action is hard. But only action brings hunger. Laziness is like a rust. Is lovely, ava your potential without you even realizing it. At first, it does show much, on a skipped workout, on a delayed assignment, on a postponed opportunity no big deal. But over time, it accumulates questions. Use like a rust can destroy the strongest iron. Laziness can destroy the strongest talent. Friends, questions. Let me ask you, have you seen how negative children are? They vake upreade to jumprun explore. They don't make excuses. You ask a hilt, podo you want to play, and immediately they are up. But as we grow older, laziness becomes our default setting. Questions. You ask someone you want to go for a walk, and the answer come visa sick, po maybe later. Questions. Fat penetotat spark ve hatas hildrens. Som evhere along devai vetradet o energy for excuses. Questions. But here is something powerful. Laziness is not a permanent quality. It's a habit, and habits can be broken. Questions. Alitakes is on a decision to break decidsle. Just click on a push off the snooze button can keep you in bed. Questions. Push off determination can get you out. The first step is the hardest button you take, momentum builds. Let me give you another example suponto exercise. The thought of mictor hoverhem you. Laziness will say, questions for forget it. But if you use decide to do 5 minutes, you will find yourself doing more. Once you start, energy flows. Action fues motivation, not the other way around. Waiting for motivation is another excuse in disguise. Excuse also love to prente are logical. We can't betause I don't have a time. Questions. But let's be honest, valwijs find time had we value. Horse vanish when we are on social media, but suddenly we have no time for growths. It's not about time, it's about priorities. When something matters enough, you make time. Excuses simply reveal what does matter to you enough yet. I'll tell you a small story. There was a man for sight, he had no time to exercise. He was too busy with work. But after 5 years, he developed health problems. Now suddenly, 3 hours a week had to be spent in hospitals waiting for doctors. He sighed and sighed. Questions. If only had found 30 minutes a day earlier, I would have lost house no. Questions. I thought of excuses had to stay some from small efforts today, only to choose big losses tomorrow. So what is the solution? Questions. One can wait for a perfect spot, perfect time or perfect circumstances. Start now. Even small steps are a progress. Questions. Replace I kante vis pochowkani I replace build later vis peil doit now. Replace excuses vis execution. Becauce heres the truth. Nobody remembers the person who had the best excuses. Questions. People only remember the person who made things happen. Excuses don't build legacy action does. Excuses don't bring respect. Restions do. Excuses don't hang lives. Decisions followed by effort do. So my friends remember, excuses are soft pillows. Take up a sleep, but they will never let you rise. Wake up from them, shake them off, and stand tall. Tions, becauce when you rise above laziness and excuses, you rise into your true potential. And that, my dear friends, is the real awakening. Questions. Wake up from fear kills more dreams than failure ever told. Fear is one of the most chilling killers in life. Questions. I doest make noise like failure, I doest announce itself like reaction. Fear is gviet supple and invisible. Questions. Yet it has the power to paralyze. Fear is that voice in your head that says, what if you fail? What if they laug? Questions. What if you're not going and without we surrender? We give up before the battle even begins. Questions. Have you noticed how children are naturally fearless? A toddler will try to walk, fall, give up, fall again, and still keep going. Questions. They don't care if people are watching. They don't care how many times they stumble. Questions. They simply keep trying until walking becomes natural. But as we grow older, something hangs. We stop trying after the first failure because the fear takes over. The fear of being judged, the fear of being embarrassed, the fear of not succeeding. Let me tell you something very important. Fear has killed more dreams than failure ever told. Failure at least gives you lessons. Fear does even allow you to start. Fear builds prisons without walls, questions, and when people experience lives lotsket inside. Take an everyday example. Questions. You want to speak in a meeting or share in front of colleagues. The talk crosses your mind, but fear whispers. Or what if it sounds silly? What if no one likes it so you stay quiet? Later someone else says the same idea, and everyone claps. You should regretting, not because your idea wasn't good, but because fear stopped you from speaking. That regret stings much more than an reaction would have. or consider relationships. Questions. Maybe you wanted to tell someone you appreciated them, or you loved them, or even that you were sorry. But fair whispers, what if they don't feel the same? What if they raised me? What if it makes things worse? So you keep silent, and years later, questions. The relationship grows cold. The tragedy is not that love was absent, it's that fair silence it. Once, on a young man once told me he always wanted to be a singer. He had the voice, the passion, the talent. But he never tried, never went on stage, never thought a single task. Veel of judgment, of had if people laugi he said. Years later he confessed questions. Im not sat I failed. Im sat that I never even tried. Im fiens ist that the greatest loss. Jons. To lavet is war not knowing fat. Zolt have a hevet betsause verkept jo hainet. Here is the truth. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is a part of success. A very successful person you admire has failed more times than you can imagine. The only difference is they did not let fear stop them. Thomas Edison failed hundreds of times before the light bulb worked. Imagine if he had given after 10 attempts because of fear. Questions. We may still believe in darkness. Fear never produces light, so rugged does. Daily life offers us small but significant examples. Questions. Think of learning to drive. The first time you should begin the hell, your hands are sweating, your head is racing. Questions. You're afraid of the road, of making mistakes. But once you push through, driving becomes second nature. Questions. Imagine if you never overcame that fear, you'd still be dependent on others to take you everywhere. That's host fear limits us in every area of life. Another example is public speaking. Questions. Surveys show it's one of the greatest fear people have, often stronger than the fear of theirs. But once you face it, once questions, open speak, you realize the monster was because you imagine it. Fear exaggerates things. Fear makes mountains out of molehills, but Sauraga shrinks them bats to shize. The trick is to understand that fear will never fully disappear. Sauraga is not the absence of fear. Sauraga is moving forward in spite of fear. Questions. A very great achievement in history's made be someone who fulfilled fear but decided to act anyway. Think of it this way. Fear is like a shadow. It looks big and scary, but it has no substance. The moment you shine the liquid of action on, it disappears. Questions. Action is the best antidote to fear. A woman once told me she's afraid to start with small bushines. Povhari fi fail she ask questions. Is Milan said, but would fat if you should say that's the question on fever all loves us to ask questions. Fear only shows us honesty of the joint the of loss, but life is forced. On the other side of fear lies growth, opportunity, possibility. My dear friends, remember this. Fear is temporary, regret is permanent. The fear you feel today will fade tomorrow. Questions. But the regret of not trying can stay with you forever. Don't let fear dictate your destiny. Don't let fear decide your story. But also your story deserves Sauraga, not excuses. Walk away from fear. Don't let it hide in your hands, your voice, or your dreams. Questions. Free even if your legs tremble, even if your voice shakes. It's better to walk with shaking legs than to sit still with unfulfilled dreams. Questions. It's better to speak with a trembling voice than to remain silent with words unsaid. Fear is a lie. It tells you that you can't, when in reality you can. It tells you to stop, when in reality you are just on a step from a breakthrough. Questions. Don't let fear control your life. Wake up, face it and move forward. But also once you wake up from fear, you don't just hang your future, you inspire everyone else who is still trapped in tears. Questions. From negativity shift focus to gratitude and solutions. Negativity is like a pair of dark sunglasses. When you wear them, questions. Everything looks dull, everything looks cloudy, even if the sun is shining bright. The world has hanged, but your vision has. In the same way, when we put on the glasses of negativity, life feels heavy, unfair and hopeless. Questions. even when blessings are right in front of us. Negativity doest just affects how we see the world, affects how we live in it. Think about this. Have you ever started your morning with on a small but incident? Maybe you spilled your tea, maybe you got stuck in traffic, or maybe some on a site something unpleasant. Questions. That single negative moment can set the tone for the day if you allow it. You start saying, of who does this always happen to me, nothing ever goes right. And suddenly the whole day feels ruined. But did everything really go wrong? Or did you mean just magnify the negative? Negativity is a habit, not a fact. It's like a radio station that constantly plays sad songs. And the more you tune in, the more you start humming along. Questions. But here is the truth: you can always hang the station. Gratitude and positivity are also available if only we chose to tune in. I once met a man who had lost his job. Naturally, he was upset, but instead of saying, "Oh, this is the end," he said, "Questions. Oh, maybe this is the beginning of something new." If we start attitude, he started learning new skills, explored a different field, and within a year, he was running with some small business. He asked him how he managed to stay positive. He smiled and said, "Questions. Oh, complaining by my bills, but solutions mixed. If had a powerful thought. Negativity says the problem. Question. Gratitude says there's possibilities. Daily gives us so many examples of this. Imagine you're sitting in traffic for 30 minutes. Questions. Negativity says, "Oh, Father, was the of change had this city. Is this happening to me?" Gratitude says, "Oh, I have a tsar to shit in. I have music to listen to. I have a chain to call a love it on. I the situation is the same. But your experience hangs entirely depending on your focus. Negativity also spreads like a fear. A negative person in the workplace can bring down the mood of the entire team. Questions. A net complainer in a family can drain the joy of everyone else. But positivity also spreads. Just on a person with gratitude and a smile can uplift the energy of an entire room. The question is, fijone are you contributing? Some teams people say, but is negativity natural? Life is hard. Yes, life has challenges, but even in challenges. Questions, Jon Jose your focus. A glass of water is half full and at the same time. Bos views are true, but on a drains hope, and the ose inspires it. Fich truth will you live. I remember a lady who was battling illness. She told have actually drobnetivěti netigasking. Af hume I but instead she said, but at last I have doctors helping me. Questions. At last I family supporting me. At last I have a breath in my lungs today. And that gratitude gave her strength, and that strength gave her healing. She told me once, I might not control my illness, but I can control my outlook. And that made all the difference. Negativity often focuses on what's missing. Viele gratitude focuses on what's present. The questions, I don't have enough money. I gratitude says I have enough to survive and I can work for more. A negativity says nobody appreciates me. I gratitude says even on a person says and that's a blessing. I negativity says what if I let this? A gratitude says we treat and no think no better. The problem with negativity is not that it's untrue, it's that it's incomplete. It says only of the story. Gratitude completes the story. Solutions complete the picture. When you wake up from negativity questions, you don't deny your struggles. You simply refuse to let struggles blind you to your blessings. They life gives us constant opportunities to practice this. At work, instead of saying, "For my boss is impossible," ask questions of can I learn from this situation in relationships instead of saying, "Well, my partner never does this," ask questions of how to tell a reality that I'm not teaching in personal growth instead of saying, "I'm not vhere I should." Ask. De how far have I come from vhere I was this shift in perspective can turn frustration into fuel. Negativity is like a quicksand. The more you struggle in it, the deeper you sink. Gratitude is like a rope thrown to you. It does remove the quicksand, but it pulls you out of it. Solutions are like the solid ground that help you walk again. Friends, life will always give you reasons to be negative. But life will also give you countless reasons to be grateful. The question is, wie sich will you sound? The more you sound negatives, the heavier you feel. The more you sound blessings, the lighter you feel. So wake up from negativity. Don't let become your default mode. Train your mind to see God even in difficulty. Train your heart to say thank you even in storms. Questions. Because gratitude doest make problems disappear. It makes you stronger than the problems. Questions. And strength is what you need to the solutions. At the end of the day, negativity will keep you stuck. Questions. But gratitude will move you forward. Negativity will make you blind, but gratitude will open your eyes. Questions. Negativity will complaining, but gratitude will keep you growing. And when you wake up from negativity, questions. You don't just hang your mod, you hang your entire life. Questions. Wake up from comparisons, stop living someone else's life. Comparison is one of the most common thieves of joy. Questions. We don't realize how often we do it. You open social media and see someone vacationing in Europe. Questions. Suddenly your weekend at home feels boring. You see a friend driving a new car, and suddenly your perfectly finished car feels sold. You hear someone got promoted, and suddenly your steady job feels inadequate. Questions. Nothing in your life hanged in that moment, but your happiness has dropped. Few questions. Because you allow comparison to reverse the meaning of your blessings. The truth is comparison makes us blind. Pions. It blinds us from saying what we have, because we're too busy staring at what others have. Questions. It makes run someone else's race feel abandoning our own. Questions. And the saddest part is this comparison often compasses our weaknesses with someone else's strengths. Questions. We sit here literal but measured against our behind destiny's struggles. That's never a fair comparison, yet well for it again and again. Let me share a simple daily example imagined for students. One is excellent in mathematics, the other in literature. The first student solves equations like magic, viele desets und writes essays like poetry. No questions. If the math student keeps comparing himself to the literature student, he will feel inferior when it comes to writing. Questions. And if the literature student compares herself to the math student, she will feel unintelligent when it comes to numbers. Questions. Both are talented, both are unique, yet both feel small because they are walking in the wrong direction. Questions. That is the tragedy of comparison. It makes diamonds feel worthless used because they are not gold. Questions. I once met a young man who was deeply frustrated because his friends were buying houses, cars, and luxury items. Questions. He was still renting a small apartment. He said que like in begin in life. I asked him o begin in fosse life. Questions orter si he pauset anten he smilet. Because he realized something important life is not a race visa singlet rats wherever one runs at the same speed. Life is an individual journey with unique paths. Flowers blow often season, not in competition with others. Questions. The rose doest complain, povhu ami not a sunflower, I the sunflower doest envy the lotus. Jones. Is beautiful in its own time and place. Comparison also stis gratitude. When you look at someone else's plate, you stop appreciating what's on your own. Imagine sitting at a dining table full of delicious food, but instead of eating, you turning your head to see what others are eating. Will you enjoy your meal? No. Questions. That's exactly what comparison does to live distress from our blessings until they no longer satisfied. Questions. Let me give you another example from relationships. Questions. At couple once told me they were constantly unhappy because they kept comparing their relationship with others. Questions. They would see pictures of other couples on social media smiling vacations, fancy dinners, beautiful gifts, felt their own love was less. but the truth is to se pictures vere just suratet moments. Behind the scenes, a very relationship has struggles, arguments, and imperfections, questions. Yet comparison blinded them to the genuine connection they already had. And this fact happens to so many of us. Questions. We compare our ordinary dices exomeone extraordinary figlichts. We compare our step on to someone else's step fifth. We compare our struggles to someone else's victories. And then we wonder if we feel so inadequate. Questions. The case to wake up from comparison. To realize that your story is not meant to look like anyone else's story. You are not supposed to follow timeline, 10 milestones or their achievements. You are supposed to live your own questions. If you keep trying to be someone else, who will be you? Think about it this way: if a fish tries to climb a tree, will ask questions. It always feels stupid. When the water it is brilliant. If a bird tries to swim deep in the ocean, it will feel inadequate. In the sky it is majestic. In the same way, each of us has our zone of strengths. But if we constantly compare, will always feel like the fish on the tree or the bird in the ocean. Here is another powerful truth. Questions. Comparison creates endless competition, file gratitude creates contentment. There will always be someone richer, smarter, questions, more attractive or more successful. If you measure your was by comparison, you will never feel enough, no matter what you achieve. But when you measure your was by gratitude, you will always feel blessed, no matter what you lack. On a maon se tol me he constantly compared his small bushines with a competitor for was miles ahead. He felt demotivated every day. Veskets him, if he not compare yourself with for you over last year instead, if he did that. He realized he had grown significantly more customers, more stability, more knowledge. That realization filled him with hope. Because that's the only comparison that truly matters. How you were yesterday versus how you are today. So my friends, questions. Stop living someone else's life. Wake up from comparison. Don't let someone else's journey make you doubt your own. Don't let someone else's blessings make you forget yours. Celebrate others. Yes, but celebrate yourself too. Because just as they have their blessings, you have yours. Just as they have their past, you have yours. Remember this. Comparison kills joy, but gratitude revives it. Comparison creates envy, but contentment creates peace. Comparison makes you has shadows, but authenticity makes you shine. They you stop comparing and start appreciating is the day you truly wake up. And when you wake up from comparison, questions, you no longer run someone else's race, you begin to run your own. And that is the only race worth running.